Back in 1999, as I was just finishing graduate school, I came up with something called the mental workout. It was a little bit like, for me, catching lightning in a bottle. In about a 45-minute period of time, I developed a 5-step, 1 minute and 40-second process that has since been arguably proven to be the most effective method of mental preparation known to our species. I think you have a lot of academics that could argue that at this point, a lot of professional, very successful athletes, and a lot of very successful business people. The mental workout is totally backed in science, but the truth is, it just flat out works. Again, we're going to now we're going to begin to walk through the mental workout for you. And this is going to be an evolution. What you have right now for mental preparation, all we've been using to this point is something called V-flood, centering breath, and then 10 seconds of visualization. Now we're going to let that turn into this 5-step, 1 minute and 40-second process. And I will tell you this mental workout took me from a graduate student to one of the most sought after sports psychologists in the world in probably a 6 or 8 month period of time. And again, for one reason, it flat out works. It will help with self-confidence, focus, and execution. All right, now there's 5 steps. You've already learned the first step. Step number 1 in the mental workout is a centering breath. Step number 2, and this is all we're going to focus on today, is something called an identity statement. Now, an identity statement is really just a foundation of positive self-talk. If you will, it's a personal mantra that gets you in the habit of talking positively about yourself. Now, let me explain why this is important. It goes all the way back to 1960. A fellow by the name of Maxwell Maltz wrote a groundbreaking book, Psycho-Cybernetics. In that book, he identified for the first time a concept known as self-image. Self-image and self-confidence are essentially the same thing. Now, what Maltz identified was 3 things, and I want you to follow the points on these 3 things. It's really important, and then we're going to have you set your own identity statement today. Point number 1, a person will not outperform, nor will they underperform their self-image for long. Goes back, you've heard me say this before. Self-confidence is the number 1 variable for all human performance. You're not going to outperform your self-confidence or self-image, and you're not going to underperform it for long. Point number 2, a person develops their self-image, self-confidence, by how they talk about themselves to themselves and to other people. Point number 3, most people, because of the perfectionist mentality and PCT, problem-centric thinking, we're talking about ourselves and to other people in a largely negative manner. Translation, most people have self-confidence, self-image far below what it could or should be. So we're going to start to work directly on self-confidence through positive self-talk or the identity statement. I'll give you mine, I'll give you a default, and then you're going to work on setting your own. My identity statement, and I say this, I've been saying this to myself for years. I outwork the competition every day. I am the most effective speaker and performance coach in the country. I experience true love as a husband and father. Now, I want to make 2 points about that. Number 1, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. All that matters in the identity statement is desire. I know I want those things to be true. All right, so point number 1 with the identity statement, desire should guide this. Point number 2, I don't want you to have an identity statement that is future-based. It's going to have a greater impact if you say it as if it's already true. So don't say things like, I'm going to become, or at some point I will be. It's, I outwork the competition every day. I am the most effective performance coach and speaker in the country. I experience true love as a husband and father. already as if it's occurred, and it's desire based. Okay, now let me give you a default. If you can't or want me to give you a starting point, but if you're having trouble starting one of your own, if you're just having a really difficult time, use this as a start and improve it over time. I am confident, healthy, and strong. I am relentless about finding solutions. I am unstoppable. That might just be another example, or if you want, you can use it as a default. All right, now what I want you to do in the Level Up app, follow the prompts. We're going to ask you a few questions and help you put together your very own identity statement. Remember, talking to yourself in a positive manner, talking to others about yourself in a positive manner is extremely important for your health, happiness, and success. You continue to do great work by coming into the app and putting the energy into it. Keep it up.